Coach, so first to start off, how proud are you of this club? I mean, came in 33 games, still coming into the penultimate game, playoff eligible. What do you have to say about the boys and how much they've done this season?
For me, I'm very, very proud. Very, very proud. I watch our team playing and I enjoy. And this is, for me, is very important. I know we are in the professional game, so the result is what people look, the scoreboard, but for me, it's important how you play. Because the better you play, the more chances, in my opinion, you have to win games. When I see our team playing, I really enjoy. We create chances, and we create chances when we go 1-0 down, 2-0 down. When you go 2-0 down against a team like Columbus, that they score a goal from halfway line, the second one on counter-attack, and they have those players like Cucho Hernandez, like Zelarayan, Etienne, Diaz, so quick that they can hurt you in any moment. It would be easy to be shaky, but our boys, they were very mature and very aggressive and in their play, and they went toe-to-toe. If anything, they went even more aggressive as the game went on. There was a belief to score goals. We scored 2. The second one, unfortunately, just came a little bit too late, but we also had a chance with Carroll the very last ball. Maybe there was a penalty on him as well, dubious, but, you know, I don't want to look for any excuses, but I think that I'm just mentioning this because just to show that we are in the box, on the opposition box a lot of time. So I am not proud. I'm very, very proud of this team.
Thank you, Coach. And the second question, clearly, you know, it really looks like the first half we had the team that we had in the middle of the season. The second half, you had the team that you've had down the stretch. Can you comment on what the difference between the two halves was?
Listen, I feel very sorry for Quinn and for Ben because they didn't deserve to be taken out. Unfortunately, and actually they play well. I thought that they play well. Consider that these boys, they didn't play for a while. They came, Ben had a great chance to go 1-0 up after a few minutes. And he was working hard, and you can tell in their face how disappointed they were that they had to take him out. But unfortunately, because we needed a result and because the team, like you said, the team, like everything in life, evolves, you know. So the team that was going strong at one point, we were find certain equilibrium. Then we found going forward with different players. So obviously, to put Danny and DJ, that they are in a good moment because they play games, because they have a bit more presence and experience. Difference, but I don't want, and also Joseph and Jordi, Reina didn't play for a while. So, you know, for me it's very difficult to comment. I don't want to say, you know, second half was great, first half, because I thought that if we go 0-0 in the first half, it's what the result should be. Because the goal that they find is a moment of brilliance from Zelarayan. And we had the chances. Then after, if you leave them, maybe because our boys, they were not playing together for a little bit, but the plan was, you know, go half-time, and then after we make some changes. Unfortunately, we went half-time 1-0 down, and that made it a little bit more complicated, but I thought that we had enough time and chances to win the game.
Thank you, Coach.
You're welcome.
Good. Thought tremendous character and spirit at home all year. 31 points at home is the second highest total for an expansion team in the history of MLS. Talk about what you know, how proud you are of playing here and what playing in front of these fans was like all year.
I really love to reiterate the concept that I expressed many times. That this is a crowd that I personally love. We all love, but personally I have a little bit more experience, little bit older than the people I'm working with, and having worked in different leagues, in different clubs, I can tell you that this crowd is very special, because for almost incredible if you think that this is an expansion team. And the atmosphere is great. Sometimes you need a big personality to play in front of this crowd, because the expectation and the love is so much that if you don't feel that you can satisfy them or give them what they want, you can go a little bit shy. At times this happened, at least I'm talking about when I was at coach. We might have had a little bit times where the willing to please them was so much, but we were not quite capable of that for a while. But now I think we have a team that the more, the better, the more they enjoy, and I think that they, despite the crowd brings always a lot of energy, but I think that also those boys give a lot of energy to the crowd.
Understanding there is one more match remaining, well, what do you think you guys built at the end of this season to carry into next season in terms of your identity?
Yeah, first of all, the last game for us is important because we want to finish well, and also because morally we need to honor the league and for the clubs that they are still in contention. So we need to try to do our best, because this is what it's the moral thing to do, but also for us, because we wanted to have this mini season in mind, the last 5 games, and so far we have 3 wins and a draw, and we want to carry on our momentum. The identity of the team, I think, is pretty clear, which we are a team that wants to press high, that wants to create chances, that is willing to take risks, because at times, you know, when you play high and you create so many chances, you can be left open. But this is a game of emotions, you know, and we need to play this football because it's our identity. We want to play always to score goals, always to create chances, and we don't want to be passive. We want to be protagonists with the ball and without.
Do you think these MLS rules robbed you of a chance to make the playoffs?
I don't know. I think that I don't agree at all with the rule, because I think it's a false sense of fairness. You play 2 teams, and I think you want to play as a showcase. You want to give the freedom to the 2 teams to play the best team possible that they have in that moment. That would be just for me to play, and also the players that they are in the club, and that not just because we had 3 players, new players, but you know, you play Charlotte FC against Columbus Crew. It's not Charlotte FC in August against. For me, this frozen roster is. I don't agree at all. I think it's just a way of thinking is fair, but it's not. So, but I wouldn't go as far as saying that you robbed us of the playoff, because we had a chance to win the game, and we tried until the end. And people can argue that we had enough games to try to make more points. But so, despite I don't agree at all with the rule, I wouldn't go as far as saying that.
Sorry, Carol.
That's okay.
What was the decision behind not starting Daniel Rios?
What was the reason?
Yes.
Because I have to take the decision before, not after, you know. So we have a group of players that work well, work hard, and they deserve respect for me. And if I make a substitution before, given that the league also told that there is a frozen roster, so if I make a substitution, I might as well not bring the guys that were in that game here. Because then obviously you make a change so that guy cannot come back on because he was part of the roster. And I thought that it was fair on our boys to start and to give a chance to the players that didn't play, because we trust them. And I think that the first half, okay, people will say we were 1-0 down, but the goal comes from an unbelievable piece of skill of Zelarayan, and also the guys that started create a chance, and Ben had a chance to put us 1-0 up. So I know it's easy to talk after the event, but the decision has to be taken before the event, and also we have to be coherent with the messages that me and my coaching staff give to the boys. So we trust them, we trust them, and I said, I'm sorry I have to take them out because I don't think that they deserve to. Maybe in a normal situation they wouldn't have, but in this moment of the season, as how we found the balance, we needed that more present, that more equilibrium in the team that we found over the last few weeks.
Yeah, he kind of covered mine, but the goal, the long goal on how much was the expertise of the shot? How much was Kalina was not on his line? You know.
Yeah, there's a bit of both. I think that Zelarayan, we know how good he is ballistically. He is one of the best players in the league, if not the best in that kind of solutions. Kalle is very aware because we spoke about that when we play in Columbus, so he was very aware. And if you look at Zelarayan, he's disguising until the very end. So he saw it early and he disguises, so you have to give him credit. You would think that he was trying to play the ball behind the line, because then he might, if Cucho, Diaz, or Tien make a run, and they play behind our line, and Kalina is on the line, we think, why are you on the line? So, yes, it's maybe we could have paid a little bit more attention given his experience, but you also have to give credit to the opposition. You know, football is also a beautiful game because of that, and of course we feel hurt, but it's an unbelievable goal.
You almost think Bender gave him the idea? Maybe. You ever seen Bender have a ball like that?
Yeah, I think he tried. He had Carroll making a good run, but he decided to go with that idea, and we know that Ben is capable. I don't think that Zelarayan need any inspiration. He knows very well how to play those balls.
Do you feel like your guys left everything for you out there today? Do you feel like you could not have asked for anything?
I really don't. Obviously I cannot say, but the impression I had is that I was very proud, and if I feel gutted, I feel really gutted for them. Obviously for the club, for the coaching staff, that I know how hard they work, for the performance department, for the media, for everyone, but especially for the boys, because the boys were like fighting on any ball, of every ball, and I wanted the better result, especially for them.
Jan Sobocinski's come in and his debut start was against LAFC, and then a pretty tough spot on the road, and then also getting another spot start tonight. What do you kind of make of his development throughout the course of the year and his character coming in these kind of spot start moments, tough moments, and showing up?
We like Jan a lot. I like Jan a lot. He's a fantastic guy before being a very good player. He's in a competition with players that they are playing well, but he has been always training well, being ready when his chance came. He helped us to close some games down, and every time he comes with a lot of, character, ready to go against anybody, and to show today how good he is, and he has never complained once, and he is one of those guys that every team should have in the roster.
Coach, you had a couple minutes before this presser to talk to your team. Did you say anything or address the whole club?
Yeah, I said exactly what I'm saying to you, that I couldn't be more proud of them for what they've been doing in the last few weeks, and also in the way they are training, and in the way that they play tonight. There is no more that I can say. You can see that there is disappointment, there is anger, there is sadness, because they felt that they could have gone all the way, and I agree with them. But at the same time, I want them to feel this way and to carry this feeling into the next game and into the next season, because I think that this team will make us enjoy more and more games.